Hey guys, hello, how are you? It's LaShanda Henry here, aka Sister Sense, as always here to bring that fire and focus. Woo! Got little gnats around me. It's actually cooler out here than it is inside, so bless God for that. I'm jumping on here this beautiful day today, birds chirping, things happening in my subdivision so that I can talk to you about 5 fabulous weekend profit projects. Now, it's Fabulous Friday, and Friday is always a great day to kick off the weekend with strategy and intention. So I want to share with you, my fellow coaches, my creatives, my infopreneurs out there, some smart things that you can do to tap into your profit potential. So hey, welcome. If you are joining me live, just say hello and let me know who you are. I see my girl June is in the building. Hey June, what's up? Now, if you're catching me on the replays side, I need you to drop hashtag replays rock into the comment box, because replays rock. So I want to make sure that for those of you catching me live, but also for those of you watching the replay, I can always connect, communicate, and have a good time with you. So I'm getting comfy on my porch right now. I'm short, y'all. I'm like 5'1.5", so I'm about to get comfy here so we can talk about weekend profit projects. Now, this for me is a big topic because number one, you want to make sure that you are bringing in consistent cash flow into your business. Number two, you want to make the most of your free time. So I know some of you out here are fellow work at home entrepreneurs like myself. So you have the blessed opportunity to work at home and do what you need to do. But then I have a ton of entrepreneurial spirits in my circle who have that 9-to-5 lifestyle. So finding free time to actually work on your business and bring in profit is hard, which is why I want to share with you some smart profit projects that you can do on the weekend. Hey Dawn, welcome sweetie, welcome. So okay, we're going to dive into the conversation for today, but just let me share this first. I do have some fab things for you that you can find on this very topic about weekend profit projects, and they are at sistersense.com. That's me, SISTASENSE, sistersense.com/WPP, which stands for Weekend Profit Projects. All right. Yes, it's all about TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. Okay. Donna's like, I've got my pen, I've got my pad, I'm ready. Awesome. So remember that, sistersense.com/WPP for Weekend Profit Projects. I'm going to share that resource with you a couple of times today, and I will be posting a few good goods there for you as well. Welcome, Sheila. Thank you for joining. So, okay, now, the first thing that we're going to talk about when it comes to weekend profit projects is, number one, drop this in the comment box, questions to cash flow. Questions to cash flow. Because I'm sure as a coach, as a creative, as an infopreneur, as a service professional like myself, I'm sure you have a lot of questions either that you know you can answer or that people are coming to you looking for answers around. Okay, so the first thing that you can do to maximize your profit potential on the weekend is start turning more of those questions into cash flow. Okay, so thank you for dropping that in there in the comment. sistersense.com/WPP, Weekend Profit Projects. All right, thank you. Thank you, sweetie. sistersense.com/WPP for Weekend Profit Projects. Okay, so the first strategy that I'm sharing with you right now, number one, is questions to cash flow. I want you to be in a space where you can start taking the questions that people are asking you and turn those questions into revenue, right? Sheila says, I got here just in time. Yes, we're just on number one. So the first thing I want you to do is think about what are some questions that are coming to you. And I'm actually going to give you a few examples of this, okay? I'm always tapping into my profit potential, figuring out what are some smart ways, some new ways I can monetize my message and maximize my money. All right, so let me give you a great example of that. Today is a launch day for one of my clients. Hey, Cherie, welcome, my dear. She has a beautiful company. It's called Peace of Mind Paternity DNA Testing. Peace of Mind Paternity DNA Testing. And I've been working on her website for the last couple of weeks. Now, she is one of several clients who said to me, LaShanda, I need my websites to be multilingual, okay? She's like, I need people to be able to read the content on my site in English, in Spanish, in French. As a matter of fact, she said to me, for this particular client, I think it was about a $3,000 product. It was a $3,000 project. And she said to me, okay, so you're going to build the new one, but I'm probably going to have to pay you to build another version in Spanish. And I was like, that's a lot of money. But I was like, you know what? You actually don't need to do that, because I'm pretty sure I can find something for you that's going to convert the English into another language. So first of all, I saved her $3,000 just on that. But it was actually something that quite a few of my clients started asking me for. So one of my clients, I'm not sure if she's here today, Denise is in my circle. Denise lives in Suriname. And she said to me, LaShanda, I need my website to be translated so people can read it in English, but then also they can read it in Dutch. So I've got all of these clients who are coming to me and they're like, I need my website to be multilingual, right? Now, the wheels are turning, and I'm thinking to myself, that's a question. LaShanda, how can I create a website that's multilingual so that people can read my text in English, Spanish, French, Dutch, Filipino, Korean, etc. So I'm actually working on right now answering that question among other questions as far as some of the plugins that I put on websites to make it easier for my clients to get some of the fabulous features that they want. Another feature that has been requested is, LaShanda, how do I get a chat box? So when people come to my website, I see this chat box and they can click it, and live time they can ask questions and get answers from me. Anybody ever see those cool chat box? That's another question that I get. So for me, being in a space where I can sit down and not only answer those questions to the individual clients, but create an offer that's going to answer those questions to more people, allows me to convert content into cash flow, and in this case, questions into cash flow. So for those of you who are watching me live, even those of you watching the Rock the Replay side, think about for yourself right now, what are some questions? Give me one, give me two, give me three, somewhere between 2 to 3. Give me a few questions, at least one question. Drop in the comment box that you know you can answer for your community. And here's the deal, not just general questions, but very, very specific ones. So in this conversation today, I'm sharing with you how you can generate revenue specifically on the weekend profit projects to help you bring in extra money into your business, okay? Weekend profit projects for creatives, information entrepreneurs, service professionals, and coaches like myself. Very, very specific, very, very tailored. If you don't find yourself in that description, exit stage less. See me next time, right? You want to think about how you can start to answer specific questions, because here's the deal. I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of the reasons why I can consistently generate revenue is because I create clear, concise branding. Sometimes y'all want to be cute, and cute is cool, but clear, concise branding is better. And if you find yourself in a space where you want to create, let's for example, I'm going to say make money online 101, right? Like that's just super general. How to make money online. I'm going to give you the beginner guide to doing that. Okay. But then I could do different things. How to make money as an author, how to make money, extra money on the weekend, how to make money selling digital products, how to make money as a service professional, how to make money as a coach. The more specific you are in answering these questions, the better you're going to get at conversion, at reaching people who need answers to that specific question, okay? And that's very, very important. Now, let me just touch on my phone for a minute, because I realize that sometimes when it starts to get, it's kind of nice and breezy right now, but when it starts to get hot, like my phone like dims. Hopefully you guys can visually see me and it's bright, because it looks dark on my phone. I don't know why. I'm like, why am I looking dark? Why? Where's my glow up? Where's my sunshine? Brighten me. Hold on. Okay, I don't know. Hopefully you guys can see me clearly. But the first part of this conversation, like I said, is around you thinking about for yourself at least one question that you can convert into cash flow. Now, let me say this. I'm actually doing a webinar tomorrow on 17 sensational ways that you can bring in revenue on the weekends. We can see you. Awesome. Thank you, sweetie. 17 sensational ways you can bring in revenue on the weekend. And I am hosting that webinar tomorrow morning from 10 a.m. to noon EST. If you want to be a part of that Girl Boss virtual experience, you can certainly do so. Remember that link that I shared with you a little bit earlier, sistersense.com/WPP. That is where you can go to get some good, and that's one of them. Access to the live webinar. It's okay if you watch this and go, oh my God, I can't make the live, because when you sign up, you also get access to the replay too. That's how good I am to you. Now, keep in mind, I understand that there are people who are going to watch this later. But for those of you who are watching live right now, don't tell anybody. I set the virtual workshop for the 17 sensational ways to generate weekend profit. I set the virtual workshop for $10 for those people who are watching live. And once I'm finished with the live and I upload this to YouTube, it's going to go up to 17. And then after I do the live, it's going to go up to 47, because my virtual workshops are normally $47. So I want to make sure that you guys who are on live can jump in and get in where you fit in at $10 for the virtual plus the replay, which will go up to 17, and then we'll go up to 47 once it's all done and the good has been released. Now, for me, in that experience of creating the weekend profit projects, I'm actually answering questions for one client in particular who said to me, LaShanda, I made this amount this month and I'm looking to make so much more. So I need you to share with me what you do to bring in that regular revenue, right? So I said, okay, I'm going to start sitting down and mapping out and writing out all the things that I do to help my sister girl, one of my clients, out, right? And one of the things that I shared with her is this: the projects that I do on the weekend to generate consistent revenue. Now, I said to you, the first thing I want you to think about are your questions. Because if you can consistently create digital products to answer questions literally every single weekend, you're bringing in revenue. You're tapping into your profit potential. So I want you to think about, and even drop into the comment box if you haven't already done so, the glow up, I can feel it. Drop into the comment box at least one question that you can potentially answer and turn that into a product. Now, side note, okay, because some of you are in the space where you're actually creating, so you're good. Like, I don't know, I'm used to seeing my girl Tequila. I'd be like, Tequila, you need to create this. You need to turn this product and this product and this product. Take this question, make a product. And she knows how to do it because she's been working with me for a minute, right? But some of you, maybe you're new to me, you haven't been working with me. I do have a training. It's the Content Creation Challenge, and some of my ladies are in it, and some of my ladies are almost done with it. It's a 90-day challenge, okay? If you're just starting it, yay, because the first thing that I'm going to teach you inside of the 90-day challenge is how to create audio-based digital products so you can start answering those questions, okay? So if you are in my mastermind, the beginner level, and you just started, the first thing that we're going to do is work on you creating audio-based digital products. So I want you to think about at least one question that you can answer this weekend, create an audio digital product, and then put that bad boy online so you can sell it. That's a profit project. That's the first one. Now, if you go, ooh, I like the idea of coming up with a profit project where I can answer a question, make an audio, and then sell that audio, I just don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. Then what you can do is you can go to the sistersense.com/WPP for weekend profit projects. Go there, look for the link that gives you access to my 90-day mastermind for $30 so that you can sign up and I can teach you how to create your digital products, and starting with the audio products, okay? So Good. So Cherie says, how to grow your account to 250K, how to start an investment club. Okay, awesome. So people are like, listen, I want to start an investment club. How do I do that? You can create an audio around that. Okay. Now I love that because actually Cherie has sent me some of her content via email, and some of the stuff you have already created, but you have it in a different format. So maybe you have content that's an ebook, or maybe you have a free report, right? One of the things that you can consider is taking the content that you've created that's written and then putting it into another format that's going to enhance the content, that's going to allow you to create a larger profit margin, because then you can say, here's the written version, here's the audio version, here's your printable, worksheets. More content you put in there, the more you can increase the price. That's number one. But then also number two, you can diversify how you sell that particular product. So I know, hey, beautiful, what's up, Regina? I know I've got some awesome fire starter ladies in the mix with me here today. Armandia, how are you? Forgive me, I think I mispronounced your name. I'm used to people mispronouncing LaShanda, so forgive me. But welcome, sweetie, welcome. So I want to see more questions in the comment box, please. Again, number one, profit projects. What is one question, at least one? If you can come up with 2 or 3, awesome. But what's one profit project, one question that you can answer, turn that into a digital product and sell that this weekend? That's profit project number 1, okay? So think about one question, drop it in the comment box. For me personally, I am working on this awesome audio series around some of my favorite plugins because, yeah, I get a lot of questions about the plugins that I use. So Armanda. All right. Thank you, Armanda. Thank you. I know sometimes we got to break it up. This past weekend, one of the fab ladies that met me in Raleigh when I did my Girl Boss actual live weekend was Jamaica. And it was so cool to actually meet her in person because I kept saying, okay, I need you to say it again. I wanted to say Jamaica so badly. And she was like, Jamaica. It's like Jamaica. So, sometimes we need a little bit of help with that, right? So last weekend I did the Girl Boss live here in North Carolina in Raleigh, and this weekend from 10 to noon EST, I'm going to be rocking out with some of you guys virtually for the Girl Boss virtual. I wasn't going to do it because I had lost my voice for a minute, but it came back, so I said, all right, bless Lord, bless God, it's about to go down. So this coming Saturday, I'm going to work with you guys for about 2 hours. You can sign up right now for $10 for the virtual workshop plus the replays at sistersense.com/WPP, so I can share with you 17 fabulous profit projects that you can try, that you must try, so you can consistently bring in revenue. 17. We're going to talk about 5 today, but I got 17, and I'm going to be sharing those with you inside of the live virtual webinar tomorrow. If you don't have your virtual seat, go get it at sistersense.com/WPP. It's going to be $10 for now while I'm live, and then soon it's going to go up to $17, and then once the virtual webinar is done, for everybody else, all the late adopters, they'll get it for $47, but y'all can get it for $10. So okay, hey Kizzy, welcome. Now the first thing I mentioned to you was number 1, questions to cash flow. So last call before I move on to the next one. I want to see if you guys have any other ideas for me, any things that you say, you know what, LaShanda, I think I'm going to answer this question this weekend and turn that into a profit project. Okay, that's number 1. And feel free to drop those in there as I move on to number 2. Okay, so the first one was cash flow, questions to cash flow. How do I start homeschooling? And how do I get paid to teach? Oh, those are good ones. So how do I start homeschooling, right? I like that. How do I start homeschooling? I would, number 1, out of curiosity, I would Google that too. Because one of the things I like to do, as I mentioned to you before, is I like to get as specific as possible, right? I would Google how do I start homeschooling to see what comes up. And in particular, I would look for specific struggles that people are having that are not currently homeschooling. So let's say, for example, how do I start homeschooling my young son who's been diagnosed with OCD or ADD? There are a lot of people who are looking for alternatives. How do I start homeschooling? Looking for an alternative to public schools or an alternative to private schools. You want to get as specific as possible, because the more specific you are, the easier it's going to become for you to reach people looking for that thing. Also, it allows you to teach the same thing but to different types of people, if that makes sense, because then you can talk to the person who's like, how do I homeschool? I'm very, pro-black, Afro-positive, Afrocentric. They're not giving my child enough of that in the public school. I want to start doing that at home, right? Or how do I homeschool? I'm in a space where my child is getting C's and D's, and thank you for the hearts and the love, by the way. My kids getting low grades. I know they're smart. When I work with them, they do well, but it seems like the teachers are just not, I'm tired of it. You've got to look for those kind of questions and challenges, and I'm actually going to talk about challenges as number 2 here. But the better you get at writing really specific responses, that's going to allow you to generate even more revenue consistently, right? Because you can talk about the same thing, but to different kinds of people, okay, if that makes sense. All right, so that's a great one. Feel free to drop other questions in there, and I can possibly help you kind of break it on down all the way down. You know how I do when you post those in there. By the way, some of you, I know Regina's in there. I know Cherie just joined. Some of you are in my mastermind right now. And if you're in the mastermind, you can literally join for $30 for 90 days. If you're not, you need to go to sistersense.com/WPP. Look for the button, the blue button that says $30, 90 days mastermind experience, because I want to show you how to create your digital products and how to start teaching and quickly creating these products so you can tap into your profit potential. If you're in the mastermind, awesome. If you're not there, you can get in right now. Okay? Now, the thing that I want to share with you, number 2, is I need you to tackle the cash flow challenges that your customers and clients are having. You want to tap into your profit potential? Stop leaving money on the table. Stop leaving money on the table. Let me ask you a question. Are you selling stuff? And sometimes you get responses like, "Ooh, girl, that's great, but I'm going to catch you when my paycheck comes." Or, "Ooh, girl, that's nice, but I don't have that kind of money right now. I don't have the money for coaching right now. That's a little bit pricey right now." Do you feel like, you could be honest, Regina says yes with extra S's, you're in a space where people think your stuff is really awesome and it's really great, but they don't have the money for it? They don't have the money for it. Now, option 1, I said to you, was creating digital products where you're turning those questions into cash flow. That's certainly something that you can do on the weekend, and it's a smart strategy, right? But number 2, one of the things that you can do is sit down, take some of your free time, and finally tackle the questions that your cash flow struggle customers are having. Those difficult issues they're having, and the funds are funny, and you are frustrated with that. Sometimes you get agitated by that, right? Kizzy's like, yes. June is like, yes. You're frustrated, you get agitated, and you find yourself in a space where you are reacting versus responding to the situation. So I'm going to give you a great example of that. I smile when I think about her, but I was on a clarity call with a client on Wednesday, and she said to me, "You know what, this person sent me a dissertation," and she was like, "I need your help because this is happening and this is happening." And you ever get those dissertation emails when somebody's like, "I need you," and they're sending you all of these things about, it's like, oh, like all this, "I really need you," right? And you're like, okay, this person is taking the time to write this. They clearly want to work with me. I need to make sure that I'm getting this client. I'm closing a deal. You're excited, right? Then you get to the part where they're like, "But girl, can you help a sister out? Can you send me an email? What can you do for me? Because I don't got no money." Right? So it's like, yeah, hey, no. and you get reaction. You get funky face. You get pissy. Well, listen, if you want to talk to me, you got to go here and schedule a call. But if you can't schedule a call, I don't know what I can do for you. You get the funky face, right? You react out of frustration because it's like, how many times are you going to tell me you need me, but you can't spend the $10 to work with me? Really? Really? Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you really funny. A couple of weeks ago, I did this promotion. I had like dollar downloads, right? And somebody was like, girl, you know, this is cool, but I can't get it right now. I was like, it's $1. I was thinking that in my mind, right? Really, it's $1. If you can't get this, I don't know what to tell you. But some people are so much in a space of, it doesn't matter what you give them, they can't afford it. that has nothing to do with you, right? Absolutely nothing to do with you. But what we find is that we end up with ulcers. We end up with the funky face because you're reacting to your frustration around these cash flow challenges that clients are having versus responding to them in a way that's strategic, in a way that's intentional, in a way that actually changes their mindset and actually allows you to generate revenue without skipping a beat. So how do you get into a space where you respond versus react? I know, right, Kizzy? I know, for real. You gotta laugh when you see somebody go, girl, I don't even got the $1. Listen, I know some days I had to buy some apple water. And y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Not the Mott's, not the good stuff, right? Not the good apple juice. I had to buy the apple water when it was 95 cents because that's all I could afford. So I can't hate on nobody when they say they don't have the $1. You know, them days where you can't get the, the Tropicana? You got to get the stuff where literally they just squeeze a drop of the orange juice in the box and then mix it with some sugar and water and say, this is orange drink. Anybody ever had to buy an orange drink versus the orange juice? Because you're like, woo, Tropicana is $4.99. That's kind of pricey. I don't got $4.99. I could buy some meat with that. I could buy some juice. I guess I'll get orange drink for $1. I could get me 2 of those. I can't even get me one Tropicana for $4.99. You can go ahead with that. So listen. Oh, let me get out of my silly face right now. But no, in all seriousness, right? Even sometimes to us, the most absurd response when it comes to people not being able to afford what we have. You know, maybe you were in those tight spots, right? When the struggle was real, because I know I was. So we can't always look at it as they're trying to get over on us. Just sometimes people in their situations, right? And that's just the reality of it, right? So what do you do to accommodate that? How do you work with that? I said to you, first profit project, if you've got some free time this weekend, pick a question, create an audio-based digital product to answer that question. Bam, you've got something to sell. On Monday morning, hey, here's my response, go buy it. Okay? That was number one. If you don't know how to create those, like I said, get your behind in the 90-day challenge, literally for $30, so I can share with you how to create digital products and create your own content marketing calendar. sistersense.com/WPP. As a matter of fact, one of my peoples dropped that in the comment box for me. sistersense.com/WPP, so you can sign up for the content creation challenge as part of my mastermind experience. Literally $30, 90 days. You can't beat that with a bat. That's the orange drink. But the good one. That's the good one. The good orange drink, right? Hey, Faye, what's up, sweetie? So that was number one. Number two, I said, if you can't do that, or rather another thing that you can do is consider taking some time to sit down, really think about the cash flow challenges that your clients keep coming with you and telling you, this is hard for me. Come up with a solution for them. Come up with a solution. Thank you for dropping those links in there. So for that particular client that I was working with on Wednesday, we worked on some solutions to the question, or rather the issue of, girl, you know, I like you, but I'm not ready for coaching. I'm so proud of her because she's getting coaching clients right now for the first time, and she don't know what to do with herself. She's so happy. But then the struggle is real, because it's like, okay, well, LaShanda, they did their first session with me. but you can't answer all the questions in the first session, obviously. So how do I get them to pay for more sessions, right? So we talked about that as well. I want you, and you guys can drop in the comment box, let me know. Think of something specifically that either somebody has said it was too much money, or they couldn't afford it, it was too pricey, they want it, but girl, they're going to get to you once they squirrel up their funds and collect their coins, and they come back to you in 3 or 4 months, and they ain't coming back. Just being honest, right? Think of something you tried to sell, and that happened. You got that kind of response, right? I'm going to share an example of one of those things that happens to me, that happens quite a bit, and the solution that I created for it. But as I'm sharing this solution, I want you to think about for yourself one of those issues, because you need to sit down, take some time to come up with a solution for them, right? Regina says, my how to start a mentoring program masterclass. Okay, so you've got this amazing masterclass on how to start a mentoring program. It's perfect. It has everything that they need, but somehow they can't get it. They can't afford it, right? So what can you do? Okay, so I'm going to share a recommendation for you, and then I'm going to share my experience with that same thing. Now, consider the fact that you've created this amazing masterclass, and it's got all of these nuggets, it's got all of these pieces, it's got all of these parts, it's got all of these modules. Great. Give them the first step. Take the first part of this thing. Let's say it's, and you can drop in the comment box, you can tell me, okay, it's $297. Okay, fine. Break it up into 3 parts. Give them the first part for $97. This is the first part. You don't even have to create anything new. Just give them the first part for $97 and say, listen, you have to start somewhere. I want you to start. So here, you're going to get the light version of my masterclass. That's going to give you the beginning steps, okay? And if that's good for you, great. If you want the whole thing, it's $97. So the light version is $97. The whole thing is $297. And when they get the $97, you say, listen, are you good with the $97? If you want more, go get the upgrade and get the rest that you didn't get initially. Regina says, oh, that's so smart. I know, right? Let me put on my smart girl glasses. Give them the first part. Give them the first part. See, we sitting there getting a funky face. I made this for $297. How come they're not buying it? They told me this is what they want. They keep asking me, how do you do this, Regina? And I'm like, okay, fine. I'm going to create this for you. Now they're telling me they can't afford it. Hey, what's up, my dear? How are you, Shanda? Welcome, welcome. So they're telling me they want this thing, but they can't afford it. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. There are a ton of different ways you can tackle the challenges, the cash flow challenges of your clients, right? Donna's like, yay! That's one solution that I gave you, Regina. When we do our virtual tomorrow, I'm going to share with you 17 super weekend profit projects. That's number 1. Number 2, I'm going to share with you different ways you can tackle cash flow challenges for your clients. That works for them and that works for you. That was just one example, right? I'm going to share with you a few more examples of how you can do that, right? Now, if that was a light bulb moment for some of you guys, can you drop in light bulb? Can you put the words light bulb in there, right? And again, for those of you watching the replay, you can hit hashtag replay rocks into the comment box so I know that my replay girls are in the mix. But if you're watching live, was that a light bulb for you? So you've got your $197, your $297, your $497 product, and people are like, this is great, but it's too much. Then give them the first part at a reduced rate, right? And then have the other version at another rate. My girl Ohilda is here. How are you, my dear? Mwah. Ohilda is so awesome. She's one of my web clients. I had such a fabulous time building her website. Was it last year or the year before that? Ohilda.com. Oh my goodness. And she is working on a fabulous conference experience in New York City, my hometown, coming up very, very soon. Hola, hola. I'm so glad that you're here, sweetie. All right, so we're talking about weekend projects, weekend profit projects. So let me get you up to speed because I see a couple of you just jumping in on here real quick. I'm going to get you up to speed. Okay. So weekend profit projects for me are things that you can do to make some extra money on the weekends when you've got free time. Okay. I love working with you. Things that you can do to make some extra money in your free time. If this is something that you guys are enjoying, by the way, share it. Tag somebody who needs to hear this because it's important. Now, first thing I said to you, cash flow. You want to turn your questions into cash flow. Think of very specific questions that people are asking you. Make a digital product. Me, I like to make audio products because I can quickly talk out what I want to say and teach and then publish and profit. So audio-based products where I'm turning specific questions into digital products I can sell. That was strategy number one. And I said to you guys, by the way, I do have my Content to Cash Flow 90-day challenge where I show you how to create digital products the way I create them. It's literally $30 for 90 days. If you're not in the challenge, you can sign up at sistasense.com/WPP for weekend profit projects. Okay, so that was number one. Number two, we're talking about right now. I said you've got to tackle the cash flow challenges of your customers. So when they're coming to you and they say they love it, but they can't afford it, as opposed to you just simply responding and getting frustrated and angry every time people come to you and they say they love it, but they can't afford it, take some time to figure out how to fix their cash flow challenges in a way that works for them and works for you. Because he says, how much do you charge for answering one question on a digital product? Great question. I have right now what I call my price to profit audits, and it's $30. And you send me your digital product, you tell me what you are doing right now, and I send you back a thorough audit. Normally those are $60. Right now they're $30. And the link should be on WPP, but if it's not, I'll put it up there for you. But yeah, I do audits. That's a whole other story. But Kizzy, you can email me, sistasense@gmail.com. Email me and I will send that to you because I can get on the phone and talk to you one-on-one. But I also do the price to profit audits, and right now they're $30. So literally you tell me the product and I send you back a review. I've got a few of those to do this weekend. So let me give you an example of that. So I have my mastermind, right? And my mastermind is $47 for the virtual group every month. And it's $97 to be in the group plus also to talk to me. And then there's a $297 version of that as well, right? And for me, it works. I mean, for me, that's budget friendly because I've seen other people's masterminds that are like $100 for a group or $300 a month for a group. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of pricey. So for me, $47 is manageable for my group. But I'm going to be honest with you. There are ladies who have come to me and said, LaShanda, where is your $7 circle at? Because back in the day, I had my mastermind at $7 for the month, right? And that's a whole other ball game, right? But there are a couple of people who've been like, listen, I love that you got your mastermind and it's $47, but I can't do that right now. So my budget's kind of tight. I'm going to come back to you later. Right? So what I'm sharing with you is strategies on how do you approach, how do you work with the clients who need you, but they can't afford you at your current rate. I just gave Regina a great example of what she can do. For those of you listening, drop into the comment box at least one product that if you've ever heard this before, it's too expensive, it's so great, but I can't afford it, I'll come back later. Drop the product into the comment box and the price, and I'll see what I can do as far as sharing a recommendation with you. But as far as my circle is concerned, $47, people saying to me, I can't afford it. I said, you know what? I'm going to create a new level of the mastermind. So I've got my Firestarter Circle premium level, $47 a month, and now I have the beginner level so that I can accommodate that cash flow challenge of a lot of clients who are like, LaShanda, I want to get in it, I want to get the support, but I can't afford it at that level. You have to start responding strategically to these cash flow challenges your customers have versus you responding emotionally and being upset. How many times are they going to tell me they want it and then I make it and then they don't buy it? Ah! I know you did that before. Ah! You made the funky face. You tried to pull your hair out. They told me this is what they wanted. I made it and now they can't afford it. Right? So one of the things I said to you guys is what's super cool is that you can go to sistersense.com/WPP, right? June is like, it's so worth it. Thank you. It's worth so much more. Yeah, I mean, but here's the thing. You've got to find a way to create balance at different price points, but make it work for everybody, right? So now I have Firestarter Circle Beginner, and I'm working this experience. And Firestarter Beginner is 17 versus the regular at 47, right? So it's less. It's 17 versus the regular at 47. But because it's a new experience, I want people to be able to get in, get their feet wet, and see if it works for them, right? So one of the things I shared with you guys, as I mentioned before, at sistersense.com/WPP, you can literally sign up to be a part of the beginner level, $30 for 90 days. Not $30 a month, $30 for 90 days. Because I want people to be able to come in, experience it, and start somewhere, right? And so a lot of ladies are like in my circle now, new ladies in my mastermind. It's so funny because like the mastermind group is blowing up right now. And ladies are like, I'm new. I'm so excited to be here. Yay. Because they signed up for the 90-day experience. It's $30. Why not? Right? And so I want you to think about that. If people are coming to you and they want to be a part of your good, and they want to take advantage of your offers, but that price point, that initial price point that you gave them is a little bit too high, you need to work out something else for them. So in the case of Regina, who just said, it is, yay! In the case of Regina, who just talked about, she has a masterclass that is literally $297, and it's amazing. But unfortunately, some people are like, it's too much money. I said to her, well then, what you need to do is break your masterclass up and give them the first part for $97 and the whole thing for $297. So you're giving them some options. Now, I've learned there are so many ways to deal with cash flow challenges because I'm a web designer and I build expensive projects. I build expensive websites. So I'm used to having clients come on and say, I want this and this and this and this and this. And I'm like, all right, $5,000. And they're like, girl, well, I could take this off. I could take that off. What can I get for 500? What can I get for 5? I'm used to that. I'm used to people saying, man, I really wish I could get everything that you offer, but it's too expensive. And I'm used to meeting clients where they are. But because I'm going to be honest with you, I mentioned to you one of my clients who her launch is today. Peace of Mind, paternity DNA testing. Beautiful, beautiful. Love her to death. We had such a great time building her website. It was a $3,000 project. Sometimes clients come to me and they're like, bam, I'm ready. And they have the funds. And then I have clients who are like, whew, girl, I'm lucky if I could pull together 300 to give to you. I don't have it. Right? So you have to be in a space where you learn how to start accommodating people where they are. Right? Number 2 for profit project this weekend. If you struggle with people coming to you and telling you your stuff is too expensive, this weekend you need to work on solutions to that problem. Not coming up with a new product, but coming up with solutions to the problem. This is great, but I can't afford it. Okay. Ohilda says, amazing websites. Everyone loves my site, and LaShanda was incredible. Yay. Thank you, Ohilda. Drop in the comment box, ohilda.com. Let them know where to go so they can see the beautiful good that we put together. Of course, I'm not going to lie. When my clients have beautiful photos, you just make my job easier. So you could drop your website in there, my dear, so people can see it. But that's something for you to consider. Right? So last call, anybody in here, if you've ever gone through that struggle, you can drop your product in the comment box. Tell me how much it was, what the product was. And if people were like, girl, it was too much. I loved it, but it was too much, so I didn't buy it. Maybe I can offer you a recommendation around it. Okay? Kizzy says, work on solutions to the problem of high prices. Absolutely. Now, the solution to the problem of high prices doesn't mean you have to drop your price. It just means you have to diversify your options. Now, I don't know if you guys know this because a couple of you are just jumping on here. Tomorrow, I am doing a webinar on 17 super sensational weekend profit projects. And I'm going to tackle all of these 17 solutions for you. Literally, for those of you watching live, you can go sign up to the webinar for tomorrow for $10. sistersense.com/WPP is where you need to go. WPP for Weekend Profit Projects. It's $10 for my good girls who are watching me live right now. Then it's going to go up to $17, and then it's going to be $47 once the webinar is done, because my webinars are normally anywhere between $47 to $97 in my store. But I always like to give some fabulous good reduced rates for those of you who participate with me live. So literally you can get access to that webinar on 17 super sensational weekend projects for $10 right now. I have always loved that you always have a variety of products at different price points. Yes, you have to. You have to. So Dawn says she has a leadership workbook. Okay, awesome. So you've got a leadership workbook. And how much is the workbook, by the way? Because it sounds like that's the profit project that I've got to give you some recommendations on right now. Drop in the comment box, Dawn, and let me know how much it is. Okay. So today we're going over 5 profit projects you can do on the weekend. Tomorrow in the virtual workshop, which is from 10 a.m. to noon, we're going to go over 17 of them. If you can't make it tomorrow, you might as well just go get it for $10 so that you can watch the replay once it's done, okay? Because it's not going to be $10 forever. It's going to go from 10 to 17, and then once I actually do the live webinar, it's going to be 47. Okay, so you have your workbook, and it's $15. Now, there are a couple of things that you can do, okay? Now, similar to what I recommended to Regina, you can think about how much content you're sharing in this one particular workbook, and you can give them a smaller version of it, okay? Now, I'm going to give you, honestly, this is a good example. I have what I call my Positioned to Profit Planner, and it's $5. Now, this isn't a high price point product, but it's a good example of workbooks. It's $5. And it's at sistersense.com/CFG for cash flow goals, okay? So when you go to cash flow goals, there's a free version of cash flow goals where you can get the first 2 audios of cash flow goals for free, and you can get 10 pages of the workbook. Okay, so I'm always talking about what you do as a gift. What do we do with gifts? We wrap them up so people can't see the good inside. So literally what I've done in the example of cash flow goals is given people an opportunity to get inside, to get 10 of the 36 pages in Position to Profit, number 1, and to listen to some of the audios, number 2. And in that experience, if they want to go and get the whole thing, they can pay for it. I mean, it's $17 or $10? I don't know. It's somewhere under there. It's a low price point product. Point being, I've given people an opportunity to try before they buy. So either you can think about, like the example I gave for Regina, having a smaller version to the bigger version, but because it's such a low price point product, maybe you just want to give them a free version, like maybe, okay, here are 2 or 3 printable worksheets from the workbook that you can get for free, and then if you want to, you can get the whole thing here. Okay, I'm big on, and you guys can drop this in the comment box, give people an opportunity to try before they buy. Sometimes people want to get a look in, they want to see what it looks like, if it's something that is for them. Okay, Kizzy says, I have a homeschool book on Amazon, but I want to create a digital product to accompany it. Awesome. Okay, so you do, is that the one that you want me to audit? I don't know if that's the one that you want me to audit. Hopefully you are in the mastermind, because like I said, the first thing we're going to do is audio, so that you can create an audio version to your physical product, in this case the one that you have on Amazon. But make sure that you email me, sistersense@gmail.com, Kizzy, so I can send you the links to that. Okay, so let's dive into number 3. You guys, are you keeping track of these so far? Hopefully you're keeping track. The first one was questions to cash flow. The second one was tackle cash flow challenges that your customers are having. That was number 2. Okay, we're gonna go through 5. Ooh, I like this one. You guys are like, hopefully you'll like this one too. So number 3 on this list, it's breezy, but I'm hot. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Number 3 on this list that I have for you is 1K one day projects. 1K one day projects. So it's funny because I just talked to you about cash flow goals. If you go to sistersense.com/C, WPP, go to WPP because there is a link to cash flow goals on that page. So, one of the things I talk about in cash flow goals is setting a daily revenue goal for yourself. When I started, my daily goal was $100 because $100 a day is $3,000 for the month. And at that time, I was like, Jesus Lord, can I get $3,000 for the month? Okay. Kizzy, I'm going to read that comment in a bit. I'm trying to finish up a 12-month coaching program before starting anything else. I gotcha. But I can definitely do the audit for you. Okay. So email me and let me know what the product is. And then I can do an audio audit and send that back to you. I'll send you the link for that. All right. Awesome. So when I started, that was my goal. My goal right now is $300 a day. $300 a day, that's $9,000 for the month. That is what I consistently work towards, $300 a day, okay? Now, when I talk about 1K one day, the first thing that you've got to do is you've got to think about for yourself, well, if I have a revenue goal, whether it's $100 for the day, $300 for the day, or in this example number 3, $1,000 for the day, what am I going to sell to reach that daily goal? Okay, that's the first thing. Now, maybe again, because for me, my daily goal is 300. It's not 1,000, but there are days that I wake up and I'm like, listen, baby girl, it needs to be a 1K one day situation. Let's make it happen. So there are weekends that I sit down and I work on 1K one day profit projects. Okay. Now there are different kinds of projects that go under this category. I'm going to share one example of them with you. Now, for me, 1K one day solution is, again, starting with, if you want to bring in $1,000 today, what are you going to sell to bring that in? One of the easiest things for me to sell is a $100 product. So for that particular day, I'll say, okay, now again, I have different examples of different 1K one day projects. The $100 project is one example. Okay. So I'll say, okay, here's this product. I want to sell 100 of these, and 100 of those products translates into $1,000 in one day. But here, there's a caveat to this. There's a catch-22 to this. You can't just go and throw up a $100 offer and be like, yay, I'm gonna make $1,000 today. This has to be a freaking irresistible $100 offer. Okay, you're looking for a sales surge. You're looking to quickly generate cash flow. It has to be the kind of offer that people are like, oh my God, yes. It's gotta like right now. It's so unfortunate that Toys R Us is going out of business. Anybody live close to a Toys R Us that's going out of business? I do. And right now, literally, people have lost their damn mind. They're like, I saw this man, he had maybe 3 shopping carts worth of stuff, because the offers are like freaking irresistible. They started off with like 10% off. Now they've got 14 days left before they're closing. So right now you can get stuff, whatever's left anyway, because the shelves are basically clear, but you can get stuff for like 50% or 70% off. The offers are freaking irresistible. I think I've been in Toys R Us 3 times this week, and literally ain't nothing on the damn shelf is left. But you got something? You got anything for me? What's left for 70%? What you got for 70%, right? The offers are, as I swing on this doggone porch and start messing up my tripod, the offers are freaking irresistible, okay? Now, I have about 5 different 1K one day offers. The one that I'm talking to you about right now is the irresistible $100 offer, okay? Now, I want you to think about for yourself, do you have any offers that are $100, number one, and are they freaking irresistible? Meaning that people have purchased them from you before, and they absolutely loved them, and people will come back and buy more of that, okay? So, case in point, I said to you guys that right now I am doing my fabulous mastermind experience. So, literally, you have the opportunity to participate in my mastermind for 90 days as part of the Firestarter Circle beginner level, so I can teach you how to create your digital products as well as to create a content marketing calendar. 2 things you really need. Now, my Main mastermind, the primary mastermind, is $47 a month. I created this Firestarter Circle beginner level so I can give people the opportunity to be in the mastermind at a reduced rate and to participate in some of the awesome things that we have been doing every single month, right? So literally $30 for 90 days. Then I said to myself, you know what? I can make this even better. I can make this offer even better. $30 for 90 days, or what you'll find, you can experience the mastermind for 9 months for $97. 9 months for $97. Now, here's the deal. Let me tell you why this is an irresistible offer. And these are some of the things that you need to think about when you create your $97 offer. Number one, the main mastermind, the premium level of the Firestarter Circle is $47 a month, right? This is a different level. It's a different experience. It's for beginners. So it's designed as such to be a lower price point. That's number one. But number two, my mastermind is every month. So it's $47 a month, right? Some people are good with subscriptions. I can't even tell you how many things I have on subscription. I have my Adobe stock photo on subscription, my Canva on subscription, my Skype on subscription. I mean, there are a lot of resources that I use that I buy into on a monthly basis. We all do, right? But then there are some people who, as much as they would like to, the budget is tight, right? The budget is tight. Sometimes I have clients who are like, LaShanda, $5,000, here you go. $500, here you go. Then I'll have a client come to me and say, LaShanda, this is my last $5, okay? Hold on, let me pray on it a little bit. Let me pray on this $5 a little bit because this is the last $5 I have. Here you go. I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it real. And because of that, remember I said to you, number two was you got to tackle the cash flow challenges that your clients have. Because sometimes there are times that we only have $5 in our pocket and we like, let me pray on it before I go spend it, right? You have to create irresistible solutions that accommodate your client base, right? And so one of the things that makes this solution irresistible, especially for my clients who are on a budget, is that as opposed to opting into something where they have to sign up and be a part of it, and every month there is an investment of $47 or $97 or $17, there's just one payment. So either $30 for 90 days, that's it, it's done. You start on day one and you keep going until day 90, or $97 for 9 freaking months. No monthly subscription. You start today and you go all the way up until the end of the year. 9 months, $97, right? For the beginner level, because there's 2 levels to my mastermind, right? And it's interesting because you've got to think about, one of the things you have to do when it comes to profit projects is you have to get better at understanding your clients, their desires, their needs, their challenges, the things that they say that give you the funky face, where you're in funky face reaction mode when you should be strategically responding and intentionally working with them, supporting them where they are, as opposed to being upset because they can't buy your stuff at $300 or $500 or whatever. You got to bring it down in a way that works for you and works for them. That's one of these moments. So literally what I launched, the experience for Firestarter Beginner, and said, listen, you can do the $30 for 90 days, or you can do 9 months for $97. Ladies were like, I think I'm going to go for the $97. Quite a few ladies are like $97, $97, $97, $97. Keep in mind, 10 $97s is $1,000, 1K one day. But it has to be an irresistible offer. Irresistible. It can't just be you putting it out there. You may get 1 or 2 people who say yes if it's just a cool offer. But if it's, in this case, again, the fact that there are no subscriptions, the fact that it's 9 months, so the longevity of the offer itself, the price point in comparison to other things, these are all little things that make it something that people go, ooh, this is awesome, right? Ohila says, and you're so patient as well, which is awesome. Thank you, sweetie. I know, I try to be patient. Patience is a virtue. They say patience is a virtue. But we all have it in some ways, and in other ways, it's like, all right. But you got to tap into your superpowers. Patience is one of mine. What's one of yours, right? What's one of yours? I love to come up with solutions. I feel like I'm very much of a solution-based entrepreneur, which is why I'm so excited about the webinar that I'm doing tomorrow, which is kind of like this on steroids, sharing with you 17 super sensational solutions to 17 weekend web projects. I love to provide solutions, and hopefully just in this experience today, you're thinking about for yourself how you can take some time on the weekend to come up with a profit project. So number 3, like I said, is 1K one day, which is literally you coming up with a way for you to generate $1,000 in one day. Now, I've got at least 5 ways to do 1K one day. I'm gonna break down all of those inside of the webinar tomorrow. Today, I'm focused on you coming up with an irresistible $100 offer and sharing that with your community. Do you have a $100 offer? You guys can say no if you don't have one. If you do have one, you can drop it into the comment box. If you do have a $100 offer, you can drop that into the comment box. So one of my other $100 offers is my clarity calls. And I oftentimes will do like 3 clarity calls for one, right? And it's like, oh my God, yes, I'm going to get 3 clarity calls with LaShanda. Bam, right? Because people know how much they have to spend to do one to get a bundle of 3. That's like super awesome. So you want to think about, and a lot of times these irresistible offers work really well because I know my client base and I know what they're looking for and I know what they're waiting for when my offers come out. So you've got to get into a space where you start to be really attentive and really watchful of what your clients do, not just in their actions, but in their non-actions, in their statements, in the messages that they send you. As a matter of fact, one of my clients, she was like, you know what, this person said da-da-da-da-da, and she was in reaction mode, and just kind of agitated about the person's response and that they were like not going to invest in working with her. And I'm like, even those responses are important. You got to read those. You got to sift through those, because there you can figure out how to convert those and be prepared for similar responses when they come to you in the future. So you don't just sit there and be upset. Every time somebody says that thing that pisses you off, you learn how to create a solution to counter that, right? So I think, let's see here. Monique says, I'm going to sign up for a clarity. You're going to sign up for a clarity call. I got you, Monique. I got you. As a matter of fact, I do have reduced rates on clarity calls this weekend. They're normally $100 for an hour, and I've dropped it down to $60. So it's $40 discount. I will put that link on the WPP page. It's not there right now, but I will add it there. So sistasense.com/WPP is where you'll get all the good on weekend profit projects. So this replay is going to be there. The link to literally sign up for my virtual on 17 super weekend profit projects that's happening tomorrow morning. The link to get that plus the replays. Right now it's $10. It's not going to be $10 forever, but the next webinar that I'm doing on 17 super sensational ways to generate profit on the weekends, that link is there. And then I'm going to put the link up for my reduced rate clarity calls. Okay, so you can get a clarity call, or you can do an audit, because Kizzy, we were talking about the audit where literally you tell me what your project is, I review it, and I send you back an audio message. That's $30 right now. That's a reduced rate too. I'm going to put the link to the reduced rate offers on that page. Okay, so as soon as I do that, I'm going to do that. Okay, as soon as I do this, I'm going to do that. So I want you to think about how you can make an irresistible $100 offer, which brings me into profit project number 4, work on your incentives. Work on your incentives. The things that are going to make people super, uber, above and beyond excited about working with you. Okay? So the first thing I had mentioned to you was the mastermind that's happening right now. The mastermind is 90 days and it's $30, so no subscriptions. That's cool in and of itself, right? One of the things I did was I also gave people the option of either signing up for $30 for 30 days, $30 for 90 days, which is 3 months, or $97 for 9 months, right? And I have ladies who just this morning, signing up for the 9-month experience at $97 versus signing up for the 3-month experience at $30, right? So giving options is great. One of the things that I said was, you know what? I've got so many cool trainings for beginners, and this is a beginner level experience. So I said, you know what? I have this awesome training on how to start here and get clear. So it's called Start Here, Get Clear, Move Forward. And there are 4 versions of the training. And it's so funny because all of the 4 versions, the big guide, Start Here, Get Clear, Move Forward, is actually, Regina, $297. And one of the reasons why I'm so good at being able to show you how to reduce and break up your products is because that's what I do. So literally, it's got 4 parts. Each of those 4 parts have their own price point, but then the whole thing is $297. So that's a way for you to work with your customers where they are, right? Now, the first part is for explorepreneurs, people who are exploring and they don't quite know what they want to do. They just know they need to make money. They want to make money online. So there's the Start Here, Get Clear edition for explorepreneurs. There's the newpreneur. Anybody a newpreneur? Starting out fresh off the block, need to make money in their business. There's the newpreneur edition. Then there is the growpreneur. People who are trying to grow as entrepreneurs. They have a business, not quite where they need it to be. So I have a Start Here, Get Clear, Growpreneur edition. And then there's the Go Propreneur. That's the entrepreneur who they're not quite in the growing stage anymore. They're making decent money, but they want to make more. They want to take things to the next level, that's the Go Propreneur. Okay. So I have 4 phases of entrepreneurship. Now, I share that because essentially I said, you know what? I really want people to be able to enjoy the mastermind experience. But this level of the mastermind, the one that I mentioned to you that is for 90 days, that's $30. It's for beginners because I want to show beginners how to create content and do some of the trainings that my premium mastermind members have done already. So you're going to get access to those plus live calls, right? So I said, okay, well, I have the newpreneur, which actually right now is $67. When you go to my shop, if you look for Start Here, Get Clear, the newpreneur edition is $67. I'm like, get it for free. When you sign up for the mastermind, whether you do the 9 months or the 9 months or the 90 days, you're going to get the newpreneur guide with video and audio trainings that sells right now for $67. You're going to get it absolutely free. That's a killer freaking incentive. So literally, I had ladies in my circle, ladies in the mastermind right now. They said to me, can I get that too? I was like, yes, just go back into the member area. I made sure that new members can get it and my OGs can get it too. Just go in there. It expires on Sunday, but go in there and get it. I had 2 ladies in the mastermind email me when they saw that message go out. And they were like, is that just for new people? Can I get that too? And I was like, it's in the member area for everybody. One of the things that are going to help you with your profit projects is your incentives, your reasons for people to buy. You know, are you giving people enough giddy up when it comes to why they should buy, right? So I think it was Dawn. We were talking about a little bit before about Dawn's workbook. And I said one way to give people a reason to try is to give them a little bit for free, right? So literally when I have my workbooks, I'll give you 2 or 3, 4, worksheets in the workbook for free just for you to get a taste of it, right? And see if you like it, and then maybe you want to get a little bit more, right? In this case, for the mastermind, I'm like, listen, there are going to be 101 reasons why people say yes, and there are going to be 1,000 and a million reasons why people say no. I literally cannot make this any cheaper. So I know it's not priced, right? Literally at 90 days, $30, that's like $10 a month. It can't go no lower than this. Right? Except for free 99. And free 99 ain't working for me. All the work that I put into this, free 99 ain't working for me. You got to create price points that work for them and work for you too. Let's just be honest about that, right? Sometimes free 99 works when you're doing it with intention, and other times it's just not going to work for you, right? So I know that there are different reasons why people buy. Sometimes it's the price. Sometimes it has nothing to do with the price. Sometimes there's something else going on with them. Sometimes there are other things that you can do to motivate them. So yes, this weekend, one profit project is you can create a digital product. That was number one. Yes, this weekend, another digital profit project was you can sit down, figure out where your clients are struggling with them being able to afford your stuff and how you can create a solution for that. That was number two, right? Number three, I said, yeah, come up with a cool, irresistible $100 offer, or maybe you have a $100 offer, but it's not quite irresistible enough. Work that out, right? Mastermind that process. That was number three. Number four, sit down and think about your incentives. Think about one thing that you're trying to sell right now. And for those of you watching me live, drop in the comment box, what's one thing that you're trying to sell right now? And what incentives are you giving people to motivate them to buy that one thing? Monique says, growpreneur right here. I need to work on my incentives. Thoughts are flowing. Okay, good. This is one of those idea flow sessions. Like I said, today I'm just giving you 5. Tomorrow I'm going to give you 17 sensational profit projects, things that you can do on the weekend to bring in new money into your business on your free time. Just smart things that you can do to tap into 1, 2, 3 hours here, 2, 4, 5 hours there, right? Make the most of your time. Yeah, you can Netflix and chill. Yeah, you can go shopping, but I'm about the you bringing in extra revenue, right? That's what I'm about. So that's hopefully what I get to share with you this weekend. And like I said, if you can't make it, or if you watch me on the replay side and you go, oh my God, she did this thing and I missed it, don't worry, because it also includes the replay. So you get to participate in the live. Literally, there's a link for you to watch the replay so you can get the live and the replay. Here's the only thing that I can tell you is going to change, and that's the price. Because right now, literally, you can get access to the virtual webinar for $10. Then it's going to go up to $17 once the virtual webinar is done. It'll sit in my store for $47 until I say otherwise. So that's just something for you to think about. So yes, Monique, definitely working on your incentives is super, super important. And I'm going to share with you some really smart incentives that I've done to work on my projects and my profit projects specifically. I'm going to share some of those with you tomorrow. But what I can say today, especially with the incentive that I created, is I can literally show you, when I give you something as a bonus, how much it sells for, right? You know, sometimes people go, it's got a $500 value, and they just kind of pull that number out in the air. I'm like, look, for real though, I'm giving you my newpreneur guide that sells in my store for $67. I'm giving you that for free when you join the mastermind, either for 9 months or for the 90-day experience. So it's up to you if you want that freebie or not, right? So thinking about how you can make that particular offer really, really stand out, right? And for me, I will link to the product that's selling in my store so you can see right here, it sells for $67, you get it for free, right? Or in this case, I know that for this particular opportunity, I know some of my clients, they want to be in my mastermind, but just the consistency of, okay, I've got to pay $17 a month or $47 a month or $97 a month is hard. So the incentive of, okay, there are no subscriptions attached to this one, just one fee for a certain amount, that's an incentive. So you got to think about where your clients' struggles are, what's appealing to them, what can work for them, and go back to the experiences that you've had with clients or with sales, with purchases. Those things are going to help you get better at creating experiences that work for them, but also work for you too. Okay, so incentives is number 4. The last one I'm going to share with you today, okay, so my 5 fab weekend projects. This last one is like an extra bonus. I'm going to be honest with you, because my intention was to jump on here and share 4. But in the moment of me sending out the message and saying, I'm doing a live stream, come on, number 5 appeared. And I'll tell you exactly what happened. So I was getting ready to do this live web class with you guys, and one of the awesome ladies in my circle, love her to pieces, she emailed me and said, listen, I have a client, I'm working on her project, she needs a logo, how much do you charge? Because she needs a logo and I don't do them. And so I responded back to her and I was like, girl, I love you. I said, but you know, logos are a lot of work. I said, but unfortunately, I don't do logos anymore. But I do have a resource. You can go to 99, the number 99designs.sistersense.com. Great company. Love the resource. Recommend it to clients all the time. You can check it out, and if that works for your client, awesome. Okay. And she messaged me back and she was like, girl, I know. I know, but I love your work and I wanted to see, and I love that my fellow service professionals and I, even in the same industry, we can work together, we can collaborate, and we can be like, girl, you know, I'm sending you a client, and they be like, girl, I'm sending you a client. That's nothing but love right there. But that's a weekend profit project, and I'm gonna tell you why that's a weekend profit project. For two reasons. Number one, she reached out to me via the platform that's on my website. It's called SpeakPipe. And you guys know I'm always telling you about SpeakPipe. Do you have it? Yay or nay? You could drop in the comment box and let me know if you got SpeakPipe, because it's one of my tools that I'm always talking about, right? And what's funny is I wonder how much money I would make if I was a SpeakPipe affiliate, because I'm not. I just love the platform so much. I'm always telling people about it. Essentially, SpeakPipe is the platform. When you go to sistersense.com and you click the gray tab on the right of the website, you can send me a voice message. So Shonda says she has it. Awesome. So this particular young lady, she spoke to me not via email, but via SpeakPipe. She sent me a voice ringing. I was like, who calling me? Don't they know I'm doing a live stream? She spoke to me via SpeakPipe. She was like, hey girl, I have this client, I need your help, I can't tell you how much money I've made using this doggone free tool. It's not even funny. That's probably the reason why I share it. So one of the things that you can do this weekend as a profit project is to put that thing on your website. For real though. I mean, there are people who go to my site, they'll listen to an audio message, or they'll go to my store, and then they'll send me a voice message and say, hey, you know, this is really cool and I'm just about to buy it, but I got 2 questions for you. And then I send them back a voice message. For me, it's like having a free 1-800 number. I mean, it's awesome. And so I'm in a space where when emails just won't cut it and people want to talk, but of course I don't have the time to, or I'm going to be honest with you, I don't have a VA to do that stuff for me and get on the phone and talk to people for me. That's the best solution. So taking some time to this weekend, do some things that are going to help you optimize your website or the experience that you create for your customers. Come on, nothing like it. I mean, I sell websites, okay? I'm a web designer. So the fact that people can go on my website and leave me a voice message and say, listen, I'm looking at your web projects right now, and I see that you got one right here for 3,000, you got one for 15, you got one for 1,000. I'm not sure which one I need. Help me. Go on that voice message. Hey, thank you so much for your interest in my web design services. I can definitely help with you with that. Send them back a voice message. Absolutely free. You telling me you wouldn't close $3,000, $1,500, $1,000 projects? You wouldn't want to do that just by putting a little thing on your website so when people have questions about your products and services, they can contact you? Because I'm adamant about having a contact page. That's awesome. But having an in-between between actually getting on the phone, but giving people the opportunity to hear my voice, nothing like it. Nothing like it. Now, there's 2 parts to this conversation. The first part being SpeakPipe, but the other part being logo design. So I said to her, listen, I don't do it anymore, but I love 99 Designs. Go to 99designs.sistersense.com. That's a platform that I've reviewed, that I like, that I am an affiliate of, that I created an affiliate link to, 99designs.sistersense.com, so that when people need it and they come to me and they say they want a design, I'm like, go here. I want you to be honest with yourself, and you can answer this question for me. How many times do people ask you about something that you either used to do or you never did, and all you can say is, sorry, can't help. Can't help, sorry, don't do it anymore, or sorry, can't help, never did it before? How many times? See, I believe that no money should be left on the table. No money should be left on the table. So when I was in a space where I was trying to bring in that extra money, I did logo designs for $100. And it's funny because I said to you that 1K one day experience, right? There were a lot of things that I used to do for $100. I used to build websites for $100. I no longer do those things. One, because honestly, not just because of the low price point, because I do sell stuff at a low price point. Obviously, you can tell just by listening to me today. There's a lot of stuff that I sell at a low price point. But honestly, because for some of those things, I'm not at that place anymore where I'm like, I really need to bring in this, right? Also, I'm not in that place anymore where it's a lot of work for an amount of money that I could make more money doing less stuff for. But at the same time, why not generate revenue in any way that you can? So even though I don't do logo designs anymore, one of the things that I do as a profit project is I sit down and I'm like, well, what are the other resources that I can recommend for this? So that when people do come to me, I can give them that resource as an affiliate and generate revenue in the process. Or style. Always ask me about setting up their social media pages. Okay, see, Kizzy, people are always asking you about that in particular. So there's an opportunity for you to answer that based on, well, multiple things, right? So you said setting up their social media pages. Either number one, you've got a service, or number two, you can recommend a service, or number three, like I mentioned as number one in this conversation today, you can create a training. I'm going to create a DIY training on how to set up your social media page. Now, I can do it for you for X amount, or you can watch my DIY training for X amount, and you can answer the question. One question. I don't know if you've ever done that before, Kizzy, and you can let me know yes or no, but just every weekend, answer one question that people keep asking you. Give them something. Sell that thing. If not, do a service. I mean, if they go, well, I would love for you to, great idea. Okay, awesome. So you haven't done that. But when I said to you, think about the things that people keep asking you for. There's just so many things that you can do to generate revenue without leaving money on the table. Okay, no, you haven't done that yet. Okay, so jump on it. Jump on it, right? And I love the system that I've created, because when I come up with these questions that people ask me, I can literally write down in my notebook my response, do my digital product, and then bam, it's something new to sell. I can do that without skipping a beat. And that's what I teach inside of the beginner level of the mastermind, right? You know, that first 90 days, it's all about how to create your first digital products Sister Sense style. So you can quickly start, like, without skipping a beat, in between the other things that you're doing as a mom, as a 9-to-5er, as an entrepreneur, as a coach, as a service professional. I'm building websites. I'm taking my son to swim class. I'm doing a mastermind. I'm doing clarity call. In between those things, when I'm getting these questions, I am knocking out products left and right so that I can put them things on my store and not go, oh, this is a great idea, but I got to take me like I got to do like that in 30 days and I can't do that right now, right? It's like sometimes you come up with these really good ideas, and you guys can be honest, you come up with really good ideas, but then you get overwhelmed by all that you have to do to put that idea together into a package. And for me, I'm about, listen, this is a good idea. I'm going to take 2 hours right here and turn this idea into a product. And I'm going to put this on my website. That is how I turned into an information empire. I didn't just create one product with all the answers in it. I consistently turn questions into cash flow. Okay? So, as I talked about that, the last thing I said to you was this idea of you creating a space where you're simultaneously making the most of the resources that you have and not leaving on any money on the table. Overthinking is my issue. Ooh, girl, we need to talk. A lot of ladies who come to me are overthinkers. I know that because I live in that world. And it's taken me many years, but I just kind of like Jedi mind trick, know how to break them big ideas and stop overthinking to be in a space where you can quickly execute, right? You are definitely an information empire. That's the key. That's the key. You want to consistently bring in revenue, make the most of your free time so you can turn that information into products more consistently. So in the case of number 5, the last recommendation that I'm sharing with you, I honestly wanted to share 4. It was just because real time, somebody said to me, I need you to help me with this client. Can you build a logo for them? And number 1, having SpeakPipe on my website allows me to convert because it gives me a great way to communicate with clients, and the resources number is just absolutely free. But number 2, I'm always prepared for opportunities when people ask me for something. So either I can say, oh, I've got training on that and give them the training that they can go buy. Or in this case, I can say, oh, I've got a resource that I use, 99designs.sistasense.com. So maybe you need to take some time to think about, well, what are these resources that I keep recommending to people? And man, I should create something so that when they come to me and ask me for the resource, I have an affiliate link that I can give them for that. So I'm not leaving money on the table, right? I have an affiliate link. Sometimes clients come to me and go, LaShanda, I need business cards. What do you use? And I'm like, oh girl, go to overnightprints.sistasense.com. I love me some overnight prints, right? I just have all of these awesome tools that I use, and I'm prepared for the question of, LaShanda, what do you use? I need to use this, da-da-da. The only reason I'm prepared for that is because I make the most of my free time, and I take that time to make sure that when the opportunities arise, I have a resource to share, right? You don't have to do that every day. Carve out a little bit of free time here and there. You're good. So think about that right now. What are some resources that you keep telling people about? Number 1, leaving money on the table. Number 2, you got SpeakPipe yet? How are you giving people an opportunity to communicate with you? Because listen, confused buyers don't buy. So sometimes they're on your website and they're scratching their noggin going, this is cool, but I don't know if I should buy that. And there's no way for them to reach out and communicate to you. Even though you have a contact page, they still don't do it. Literally, I usually on my sales pages will say either, go to the sistasense.com/website, click the gray tab on the right to send me a voice message. Or click here and email sistasense@gmail.com. I literally have to say it. I have to put a link there. I have to point to the side, because even though there's a contact link in the top navigation, people still, they go, so how can I reach out to you? I get emails like, so how can I call you? So you telling me you didn't go to the website and right there it says contact, click here to schedule a call. You ain't see that link that says click here to schedule a call with me. You ain't see that. Just keeping it real, right? People are still going to be like, so how can I email you? Consistently. If you don't consistently hear me say email sistasense@gmail.com, sistasense@gmail.com, so you can never forget my email, right? Go to the sistasense.com website, click the gray tab on the right to send me a voice message consistently. So when people have questions, there is a means of communication for me to respond to those questions. That in and of itself helps with conversions. More conversions, more profit. Okay? I can't stress that enough. So listen, that's all I am going to say today. I'm going to recap because my ladies always love when I do the recap. And while I say that, let me say this as a reminder to you. Today is all about 5 fabulous ways that you can work on your own weekend profit projects. Tomorrow, I'm going to talk about 17 sensational super profit project ideas. Hopefully, I get to see more than 1, maybe 2, or a few of you at the live webinar training. If you can't miss it, if you can't make it live, no worries. You can catch the replay. Either way, you want to make sure you go to sistasense.com/WPP for weekend profit projects. WPP. Write that down somewhere. You don't got a pen, get your lipstick. WPP. Right? So that you can join me and some of my fabulous ladies in the circle. Now, I mentioned because you guys are watching me live, and I always like to give some good to those of you who are watching me live, and you're commenting and interacting, which just makes me so happy. You guys, if you go sign up, you can sign up for the virtual for literally $10. Once that is over, once I finish this live and upload this bad boy to YouTube, the price is going to go up for the virtual from 10 to 17. Then it's going to go up from 17 to 47 once the virtual is done. Incentive, talk about an incentive, right? One of the things I said to you today is you got to work on your incentives, your reasons for people to buy. Now, there are so many different things that you need to think about when it comes to giving people a reason to buy. One is, why should I just buy this, period? But in this case is, why should I buy now? You should buy now because it's $10 now. And it's not going to be $10 forever, right? So giving people different kinds of why buy or why buy now reasons, so important. I'll talk about that more inside of tomorrow's training. But of course, I definitely wanted to make sure that I could share with you today some absolutely good with respect to profit projects. So, all right, let's dive in, right? Incentives to buy now. Yes, Kizzy, now. Lisa says virtual. Oh, yes, Lisa. Okay, so if you're just joining me, this is me wrapping up my free web class today on 5 fabulous ways you can generate some profit on the weekend. So 5 weekend profit projects. Tomorrow, I'm going to do 17 super weekend profit projects. It's a 2-hour webinar, and it is literally $10 for right now. That's going to go up. You can sign up at sistasense.com/WPP. Look for the link that says 17 super. It's so long. I've said it so many times, I'm like, must I say it again? 17 super sensational weekend profit projects, right? So today we're talking about 5. Tomorrow I'm going to talk about 17. If you cannot make the virtual webinar, it's okay. You should still sign up for $10 because you get the live plus you get the replay, okay? It's one bundle, $10 right now. Then it's going to be $17. Once I'm done with my live stream today, the price goes up to $17. Then once I'm actually done with the webinar itself tomorrow, and the fresh new webinar $17 promotion is done, then it's going to be $47 on my website. So the late the late people, when they see it, it'll be $47, unless I do some sort of promotion, but that's the regular rate. Awesome. Okay, good. So you can watch this replay if you're just coming in, because you can catch me on the replay side. I'm about to wrap up. But beyond this session, tomorrow's session is going to be this plus more. It's like this session on steroids, essentially. Okay, recap. Yay! Recap time. So first thing I said to you, weekend profit project number 1, questions to cash flow. Think of one question that you can answer in the form of a digital product. Make that digital product this weekend, boo, so that Monday morning you can bring in that Monday money. You can say, hey y'all, people are always asking me this question, ... and I wanted to give you an answer. So here is my LPP digital product with my response. There you go. Go forth. Yay! Like I said, one of the things I'm doing right now is helping my ladies learn how to quickly create audio-based digital products so you can speak out your responses and you can turn them into profit projects. Now, if you're not a part of my mastermind, you can get in literally $30 for 90 days or $97 for 9 months. So that means you are my business bestie from now until the end of the year. All right, whichever one you choose, so that I can share with you some things that you can do as a beginner. I can teach you how to create digital products, audio-based digital products inside of my mastermind. So if you want the 90-day or the 9-month mastermind experience for beginners, you can get that when you go to sistasense.com/WPP weekend profit projects. Look for the one that says $30 90-day mastermind experience, okay? So number 1, you can create your own digital product. Take some of the questions people keep asking you, start turning those into digital products. If you need help with that, that is what my mastermind experience for beginners is all about, helping you create your digital products. That was number 1. Number 2, I said to you, you want to, outside of creating digital products, if you find yourself in a space where people are always saying to you, I love your stuff, this is great, girl, I'm gonna get my money up though, I can't afford it right now, my money's funny. If people have cash flow challenges with respect to buying your stuff, one thing that you can do this weekend is to sit down and tackle those cash flow challenges. You're a genius. Thank you, Kizzy. Oh, thank you. You signed up, oh, Hilda. Yay, so excited. I get one of my business besties back. I'm excited to have you in the mix this weekend, my dear. So you can think about for yourself, As I mentioned, number 2, just carving out some time to tackle the cash flow challenges, so that as opposed to you just being frustrated when people say they can't afford your stuff, you go, oh, you can't afford that, girl? It's all right. I've got another option for you. So maybe this one is more budget friendly for you. Maybe this one will work better for you. So like I said, for me, my mastermind is anywhere between $47 to $297 a month. And I get, for some people, that's great. For other people, they need a more budget-friendly solution. So, hey, $30, 90 days in my mastermind? Come on, gets no better than that. Sit down and figure out what are the cash flow challenges that your clients and customers are going through and how you can create a solution to help them through that. So stop with the funky face reaction when you are in a space of, they said they wanted and they didn't buy it. Stop that and start being responsive, strategically and intentionally. Okay, that was number 2. Number 3, I said to you, you want to think about how you can generate 1K in one day. There are so many ways you can do that, but the strategy I shared with you today is come up with an irresistible $100 offer. Watch the replay. I talk about all the things that you can do to make that offer irresistible, okay? But one irresistible $100 offer, if you can get 10 people to tap into that offer in one day, that's $1,000. Okay, so 1K one day, that was solution number 3. Number 4, I said to you, if you want to create more irresistible offers, one of the things that you need to do is work on your incentives. What incentives are you giving people to, number 1, try your stuff? What reasons are you giving them to try? But not even just that. What reasons are you giving them to buy now? Not later, but now, right now. So I said to you, a perfect example of that is right now I'm sharing with you 5 fabulous profit projects you can do on the weekend. Tomorrow I'm going to share 17 of them. And literally, if you sign up right now, you can get access to that live session plus the replay for $10. No better incentive than mama didn't raise no fool. I'm going to get in where I can fit in and get the lowest rate for this virtual. Because boo, when you sell it for 47, I'll be like, I got it for 10. I got it for 10. You doing a happy dance. I got it for 10. Right? Feels good. You want to give the good feelings. You want to give the good vibes to your client base. Give them fabulous reasons why they should buy, but more specifically, why they should buy now. I talked about incentives today. Last thing that I wanted to say, fab solution number 5, was I said to you, you want to make sure that you prepare for opportunities. One of my favorite quotes is, it's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to have an opportunity and not be prepared. So if people are constantly asking you about certain resources and you keep giving the good away for free when you could be getting affiliate money from that, number 1, get your affiliate links together. Take some time this weekend to get your doggone affiliate links together. So when the opportunities present themselves to recommend a product, not just to put it on your sidebar or put a little flashing banner up on your website and hope somebody clicks it, but when the opportunity comes that somebody is directly asking you for a resource and you have a resource that you are connected to as an affiliate for, you should directly share that with them. Hey, Kim, welcome. So good to have you here. Listen, y'all, I'm about to wrap up, but I'm so excited to have y'all here. The last thing I will say about, making sure you're prepared for opportunities is I told you guys about one of my favorite tools. I'm always talking about SpeakPipe. People are coming to your website. They're looking at your stuff. They're confused. They're concerned. They're asking questions. They have no one to give them an answer. SpeakPipe is awesome because it allows them to send you a voice message. Prepare for the opportunity of people coming to your website and needing an answer to a question that only you can answer. So take some time this weekend to install SpeakPipe onto your website, right? So that when people come and they have questions, they can send you a voice message. You can message them back and trust and believe. That's one of my favorite strategies to closing the deal. Direct communication. Direct communication. So they go, oh, this person is a real person. They got back to me so quickly. They answered my question. Yay, I'm going to buy today. Whether they say I'm going to buy today or I'm going to buy on Friday or I'm going to buy like 2 days from now, they are ready to rock out, right? So 5 fabulous things that you can do, things that you can work on the weekend to tap into your profit potential. So I really hope you enjoyed this session for today. I can't wait to see some of you tomorrow morning, or you catch me on the replay side, either way, so I can share 17 super sensational profit projects that you can do on the weekend to consistently tap into your revenue. Okay, now, as I mentioned before, I'm going to go and change the price to $17 for this particular workshop. So hopefully you get that before it goes up. And I also mentioned that I do have reduced rate clarity calls, and I'm going to put that link on the website so you can see that as well. For those of you who want to get a clarity call with me, especially the 60-minute clarity call, which is normally $100, I have a link for a limited time so you can schedule a 60-minute clarity call for me for $40 off. So it's $60. Basically $1 a minute, actually. It's $60 for 60 minutes versus $100. I'm going to update the WPPP, too many P's, the WPP website with that link, just in case you are interested in that as well. Okay, so write that link down, sistasense.com/WPP. All the good goods that I wanted to share with you today are right there. And of course, once you get there, if you have any questions for me, click the gray tab on the right of the website. Remember, voice message to let me know if you have a question. You can also email sistasense@gmail.com. Alrighty, my dears, take care.